Sharon M. Atkinson here, the Giver of Design here. Today is Thursday, December 11th, 2025. The time now is 9:47 a.m. This will be the 148th content video that I'm going to place in my 46 playlist, Mind's Eye Faith. This is part 8B. Yesterday I did part 8A. It turned out to be that way because I didn't finish. So let me finish this section. This is part 8B in the series, New Heavens, New Earth. The theme scripture is 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 11 through 13. Let's begin. Since all these things are thus to be dissolved, what sort of persons ought you to be in holy acts of conduct and deeds of godly devotion, awaiting and keeping close in mind the presence of the day of Jehovah, through which the heavens being on fire will be dissolved, and the elements, being intensely hot, will melt? But there are new heavens and a new earth that we are awaiting according to his promise, and in these righteousness is to dwell. Yesterday we were discussing, I was focusing on Jehovah God's design, his flair for design when it comes to heavenly presence, heavenly forum, heavenly assembly. Because we all sometimes just think spirit people just don't have any forte or interest beyond our own development here on earth, and what we think is pretty is what they think is pretty, and they don't have any pursuits or interests that really fit their spirit culture or their spirit appetite or their spirit fascination. Other than we ourselves, we think we're the most fascinating thing, and the spirit persons are so interested in us, they don't pursue interests that are specifically their own. Let's say even if that was true, don't you think the Bible talks about culture of the spirit and certain things that spirit people do or like, or presence that they actually are drawn to? Well, speaking about Jehovah God's royal city, it is a royal host reception city, and we'll figure it out as we continue, even though it might seem like I'm making it up. By the time we read it, it seems like, well, that's what it really is. I said I will pick up on verse 19, speaking about Jehovah's city. It says, the foundation of the city walls were adorned with every sort of precious stone. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th hyacinth, the 12th amethyst. Also the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Each one of the gates was made of one pearl, and the broad way of the city were pure gold as transparent glass. This is interesting because when we consider the fact that each wall is 1,444,000 cubits, that's 216 feet. That's 216 feet high, each segment of the wall. And in between those walls are gates punctuating the length. 12 gates, and the gates are made of pearl or pearl material. Jehovah God can make the material. He doesn't have to go through the clam process or the oyster process to make it. Isn't that exquisite? Indeed. And the walls are of jasper, so they could be brownish or reddish color, and they could actually be marbled, have veins in them. How beautiful.